bars, kind of staying on the arm and preventing or like dealing with the stack is one of the hardest things, right? So I control the wrist, I reach across, I'm catching this tricep grip so that I can start to rotate my body. I'm framing his head away, I'm throwing the leg over, and I'm curling my foot, right? This should, even if he like postures, I'm going to go with him, right? Like I can keep him pretty controlled with his knee, right? So as I go here, he's going to start to stack me, right? So he starts to put pressure into me. I'm going to make sure I'm elbow to elbow with this arm, keeping it close. As he stacks me, instead of going under the near leg, I'm going to go under his far leg. And I'm going to put the back of my hand on his leg, right? Now I extend my legs a little bit. I look over my shoulder, and I pass myself through the space, right? Here, I can hit this arm bar, or I can reach to his toes, pull him, use my leg that's on his belly, roll him over, and then take the arm bar. One more time. So, boom, boom, boom. I'm elbow deep. I'm reaching to the backside here. I'm going to extend over my head a little bit. I'm using this to push me through. Now I'm going to take my hand, put it on the outside of his leg, and just push myself all the way through that space. Right? You guys notice I'm elbow deep on his arm still. I can just break it here looking at his toes. But if I feel like I'm not going to be able to, I reach, I grab the toes, and this leg that's on his belly is going to go that way while I move his leg. I can catch the knee, throw my foot, and then I have a nasty armbar. Right? You can stay on it. Like the second they stack you and they put too much pressure in, that's perfect time for that swim move. One more time. And I'll even try the first one first a lot of times. Like he goes here, and he stacks me, and I try this one and it doesn't work. 1, 2. Any questions?
You're almost like in a koi bar position.
Yeah, 100%. When you hit the swim move, once you're on the other side and you're looking at the feet, you're basically in the swim. It's like the exact same thing. Good call.
Sometimes when I swim, I lose my arm. Like I lose the elbow on it.
Yeah.
I'm like this. How do I keep that wrist if I'm kind of...
So my grip that I like to do is like once I'm here, I'm trying to go like, just like my elbow on his forearm, and I'm like pinching it to my chest, right? As tight as possible. That way now as he stacks me, and I swim move the whole way through, I should be able to keep it, right? So stack me real quick. Yeah. So as he puts that pressure, I can keep that grip like the entire time. Does that make sense? Any other questions? No? Let's get it. Thank you, sir. So there's like 3 different grips they're typically going to hold on to when it comes to armbar, right? You're going to have your gable grip, you're going to have like your S grip or 10-finger grip, and then people are going to like lock like an R and C grip, and then usually tuck the hand underneath your leg to like basically stack you or like try to keep it safe, right? That's like the most common reactions, right? So as we go into these grip breaks, right, we'll start with the gable. Typically the way I'm breaking gable grip, I play most of my arm bars off of Kimura grips, right? So I'm usually, my leg that's nearest, or my arm rather, that's nearest to his legs is elbow deep, like we're elbow to elbow here. And then my other arm is able to like grab his wrist, and then I can grab my own arm. A lot of times you can just like kind of create like a little bit of a bicep slicer there just by like pressing in and like lifting up. And that makes it uncomfortable, but once I'm ready to break the grip, I'm typically going to bring this one to my chest like Pledge of Allegiance. I'm going to go the same way with the other one. So I'm going to go elbow deep at his wrist, and I'm like going to curl it back like I'm flexing, right? Now, I don't want to like pull back this way. I'm going to fall directly sideways, right? I'm going to fall towards his head. Right? Once I fall towards his head and it breaks the grip, I rotate out. I control the thumb line. I curl the leg back that's over the head, and then I take his elbow over my hip, lifting my hips and getting the tap. Right? This is like a super old school one, but it works so well because like even if he's strong, my weight going that direction over time is still going to break that grip, right? Even if he's really, really strong. Like I've done this to dudes who are way, way bigger than me for years, and it works really effectively. Because even though they're bigger, their wrists are still small, right? And all the pressure is going towards the wrist. So elbow, elbow, and then now I'm just leaning to the left, leaning to the left. The grip's breaking. Now as I go to my side, I have these grips super tight here. I'm just going to rotate through. And then if I feel like it's not straight here, I transition and I grab the thumb line. I make sure it points up. I curl. and I go to my armbar, right? Another way we can break the gable, so if he goes gable, sometimes I'll just take my foot inside of his bicep, right? Using this Kimura grip, and I'll just push it and break it, and then go into my armbar. Those are two good ones. If he goes 10-finger grip, right? Yeah, so like S grip, I can do the same thing, right? Boom, those are easy to break the same way. Or I can even lock like a little triangle over his hands, use the triangle pushing down into his hand, and then I extend to break the grip. And then now I have that, and if he stacks me now, I just swing off and I go to my neck triangle, right? That puts me in a position for immediate like follow-up attack. I use this one a lot. So he goes 10-finger, I'm locking the triangle over his hands, and then now I'm using like pressure down into his hand while I pull up on his elbow to create a bit of a bicep slicer. It breaks the grip. Now my foot is right on the side of his neck. So as I fall back for the armbar, I can go armbar, or if he stacks me at all, I just swing my leg off of his head, I push his head forward with that leg, lock the triangle, finish it, or go triangle armbar. And the last one is if he goes RNC, right? So he tucks his hand in here. Yeah, tuck it behind my hamstring. Like, yeah, perfect. Right? This one, I honestly think is the easiest one to break, right? Because I'm elbow to elbow here. I go Kimura grip, and I just make my hand a blade. I put it in between this little spot, and then now I'm rotating to the side as I slice through, and I can catch the arm, right? The only thing keeping his RNC grip together is him grabbing his bicep, right? So like that's the weak point of the break. So I'm going to take my hand, like the side of my hand, and put it right in between there. I'm pulling up, I'm rotating this elbow back so it turns his arm that way as I slice through. Then I'm going double and catching the armbar. One more time here. And then if at some point, like as I'm going back, he connects his hands again, then I'm going back to the first one, right? Because we can break gable 10-finger with that pretty easy. The other one is if he's here, and I feel like maybe this doesn't work. It almost always works, but I can just like bring this tight to my chest, hang some weight off of it, and I'm just going to pop his elbow. Particular, right? So here, the big thing that makes this work is like as he's trying to hold on, I'm adding like constant weight. I'm like hanging my weight off of this arm. Now I'm just going to pop it. As I do, I like pull my elbow back, I catch his wrist, and I get the armbar.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you drop a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Promise that you'll catch me.